What's going on, guys? So today we're gonna paint some ceramic tile. Not recommended by professionals, but we're gonna do it anyway. Instead of ripping all this tile up, especially off a concrete floor, and redoing it, really not trying to do that right now. All we're gonna do is replace the toilet, get a newer vanity. We're gonna paint the floor a light gray, and then to cover up all this dirty ass grout that we've tried to clean over and over again, bleaching it doesn't matter, it just stays like that. The tile itself is in good condition. There's like a small repair I got to do on the grout over here, but other than that, from the research I've seen, like I said, it's not recommended. You can paint ceramic like on a wall that doesn't get exposed to water, but got my flip-flops on today as usual. Go. And then but yeah, I'll go through the whole process and we'll see how it comes up. Can it be done? We don't know. If it lasts a year, that's fine. It's still better than ripping all this tile up. We already did 2 full bathrooms. I don't need a third fully redone. This is in the basement, so it's really not that. It's not used at all, actually, unless we have family over. But that's it. Just gonna replace the toilet, the vanity, paint the floor, and call it a day. I already painted the walls a long time ago, a couple years ago, just to, you know, freshen it up. This thing was dingy when we bought it. But yeah, we'll go through the whole process. I'm gonna sand it down. I'm in the process of cleaning it really good. Sand it down, prime it, and use a really good paint to hopefully hold up a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding now. I got 120 grit. I got 3 pads. It's not that big, so hopefully it should be using an orbital sander. And this is the primer I'm using. From what I looked into, that this looks like the best one that's gonna work. It's for everything. Fast curing. This should be enough. This is about not even 40 square feet. So this covers 100. So I should be able to do, I'm gonna do 2 coats of primer, let that cure overnight. So let's get started with sanding. My hands are dirty, because even in here in New York, I'm smoking some meat. Got some pork butt. I should have probably got some, maybe like 80 grit or something. It's working, but it doesn't really feel like it's cutting into it too much. I'm just trying to get just rough it up a little bit so the primer has a little something better to adhere to. The primer says that you don't have to. I'm still doing it anyway. But let's So, I mean, doesn't really look like it's sanding it much. But I'm just going to continue going with this, see how it works. I mean, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. After I'm done sanding, I'm just going to clean it again real quick. Probably just with some like dish soap, Dawn and water. After that dries, I'm going to hit it with some rubbing alcohol. I'm going to remove all the caulk and everything out of here. Try to at least as best I can. I've got to mask everything off. I'm going to take the baseboard, this part and everything off, and see how long this takes. Like I said, I'm not really happy. It's not really, I don't see anything coming off. Maybe a little bit, but not much. But either way, it'll still be better than just going over it as it is. Alright, I have this all cleaned up. It's as clean as a plate you can eat off of. I went over it, removed as much silicone as I can around the tub. It's actually even under the molding. Well, I'm going to cut in with a brush and then use a smooth foam pad to apply the primer. Alright, so I'm going to cut in, start applying, and then we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully it sticks. Who knows? Alright, so I already cut in. I'm not too crazy about whatever. There's like a little gap, so it's kind of easy. And then I'm going to re-caulk it anyway, so if it doesn't come out perfect, it's whatever. And this is going to be pretty much like a tack coat. So the next coat of primer, can you hear too? So I just gotta make sure everything's just covered lightly. It's not gonna be perfect the first time, obviously, but alright. Tell you one thing, it's definitely gonna stick to the grout, that's for sure. And I don't have to really cover that because that goes to a pump. So there's no worry about any sewer gas coming out of there. I just realized I've been filming this whole video with my phone upright. Well, I got a Canon, but sometimes that thing is so hard to deal with. Alright, so first coat. Just laid it on there real thick, and it's been 2 days since then, so it's really dry. I'm happy with it. Before the first two coats, what would happen if I like scratched it, it would actually come off. Like it's marking, but a little piece came off. But I can actually, now it's definitely a lot better than before. So let's see. This is the paint I went with. I'm not sure if I made the right decision. There was another type I was looking at, what was it, Glidden, but it wasn't tintable. So I'd have a full white floor. It's either that or black. This one's tintable, so we went with gray. Mineral spirits to clean up. But it says not to use on horizontal where you get foot traffic, so I don't know if that's gonna be a problem. The other thing that I'm a little worried about is I got this yesterday, and the paint that they put on the top is still sticky. So hopefully this doesn't take a week to dry, because that will set me back big time. Because I got to get the vanity in, toilet, and get this thing ready for when the in-laws show up and all the kids, because they need this bathroom. So I'm gonna start laying this down. Hopefully it works. I got everything taped off. I'm gonna try to do a one coat, because I really don't want to wait for this thing to dry a couple days and then have to go back over it. The other problem was, because it's a floor, even though like the primer says after an hour you could do the second coat, I wasn't really comfortable walking on it. So everything's taped off. Is this gonna work? I don't know. We'll see. When I install the vanity and everything, I'm gonna do it in a way where if I have to, I can take it back out if I have to do the floor. Just an experiment. Let's see if it works, rather than taking all the trim out and doing all that other. So, all right. So it's really weird, because as I'm putting it on, I don't know if it's the primer or what. See how it's like two different colors? And then I have to go over it to even it out. But it's like right there. Like when I first put it on, it's dark, and then as I roll it, it gets lighter. So I don't know if it's, I did accidentally leave it in the car yesterday. It was definitely like 35 degrees outside. But it just says on there just to protect it from freezing, so I don't think it froze while I was at work. But we're just going to continue on. Hopefully it evens out. Right now, I'm not too confident about this, because I've never done it before, and one, you're not supposed to do it. So I don't know. I like the color. So let's get the whole floor done. I'll show you what it looks like. Hopefully it evens out, and when it dries, it totally gets those streaks out and everything. All right, I gotta keep going. All right, well, there it is. Let it dry. As I go, I'm just kind of evening it out. For some reason, like I don't know, I don't have really experience with oil-based paint. Maybe that's normal. You have to keep going over it, because that kind of leaves like dark streaks. I definitely mixed it enough, I feel. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's because it was cold. But it's on pretty even. Put it on super thick, because I don't want to go over it again. And it looks good. As long as the surface is durable, like it says it is, when it's dry, it should all just be one sheet, and I shouldn't have any problems with it peeling or anything like that. So I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna put some sort of like polyurethane sealer on top of it to help with its durability. I might have to do that, because it says pretty much this trim is, this paint is not for like foot traffic. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. I got a couple pieces over here that, like, when the vanity sits on it, I'll be able to do some tests. Like, I'll just, hit it with something or whatever and see how durable the surface actually is, and if it's pretty good and enough to at least walk on, because we're gonna throw like an area rug right here. So see how it works. I got all the tape off there. In my experience, I take the tape off while the paint's wet, because I feel like if I wait, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with all that problems. But I'll do another video in a couple days after it dries really good, and see how it comes out. Alright, this is a couple weeks later. got the toilet and everything else in. The paint took like a week to dry, and then afterwards I put I didn't like the way it was, so I put some polyurethane over it, some cheap stuff, none of which was recommended for floors because everything else for floors is in a gallon. In this small bathroom, I'm not buying a whole gallon, so it's just regular, I guess, furniture grade. So there's definitely bubbles and little stuff in it, but it made it a little stronger, the surface, where you can walk on. This is after a couple weeks. There's been 4 kids, and I got a caulk under there. It's been 4 kids and 2 adults using this bathroom, and I have not seen any like terrible the paint's not coming up or anything and whatnot. So for now, it's working out. It's definitely not like one of the rules I made was please don't walk in with your sneakers or anything like that. Because if you drop something or poke at it, it definitely will come up. So it's not perfect. It's not great. It's not recommended. But for something like this, where you're just trying to make it look nice, looks a lot better than before. So all in all, painting, I don't know, $50. This is a vanity from Home Depot that you put together yourself. It's like the cheapest 48-inch that you can buy. You gotta put it together yourself, but I kind of like that because it's actually better quality than some of the other stuff you buy. But that was only $240, I think, for the 40-inch vanity. The vanity top was $170. I got the Delta faucet for like $30. Toilet was it's a Jacuzzi brand. That was on clearance at Lowe's, I believe it was, for $100. It didn't sit. For some reason, it would not sit against the floor flush, so I had a lot of caulking. I still got to do like another, finish it up. Kind of looks like shit. Whatever. Contractors out there are gonna be like, I'm crazy, but this is my house. I can do what I want with it. And but for all in all, bathroom renovation for, or I should say, I guess what do you call that? Facelift. Bathroom facelift. That's what this is. Didn't do the floor, just replaced everything else. So you're looking at, I don't know, $600. So far so good. I'll do like a little update. I don't know. This is pretty good. I mean, it's been like 3 weeks since the last time I filmed, and it's not like coming up, flaking or anything like that. So far so good. I mean, it's doing what I expected it would do. But if you like the video, like it. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of haters out there saying I'm crazy for doing this. You can say whatever you want. But if you like the video, like it. If not, that's cool too. Have a good day.